season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Will kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. What we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers, and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right at them.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Throwing right. Got his man all by himself. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Using the quick game. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
You can tell this quarterback and these wide receivers are on the same page. Quick read, quick throw, quick success.
To throw, it's Dyer. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The noise level is relentless here on second down. Wants to go up top. Quick completion on the out route. It's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Finds some running room. He'll pick up 4 out to the 12.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They go to the ground. Runs through a tackle. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
They're backed up just a little. 1st and 10 from their own 19. The give on the inside. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold.
Sprinting away. And the big gain. They got it on the 46.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
The Huskers are on the move. They'll try the run. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Under fire. They get to him as he throws. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation that time. Saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted. Took his shot. He is in a groove.
The Cornhuskers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Excellent pass by the back on the option. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the ground with the back. Got enough for the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I love these offensive coaches going right back to your guy. I believe in you. Just because you fumbled doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the football.
Yeah, he's repaying the favor right now to this coaching staff as well. And doesn't it just seem like he's running with a little bit more juice? He looks like he's ticked off.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Dyer. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Sun Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage What a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And the Huskers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Grab near the marker. It's Mills. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt. You throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
That's a great-looking run there. Nebraska's had such a great lineage of running back. When you think back to the great Roger Craig or Amon Green, Lawrence Phillips, Rex Burkhead, they always seem to be pumping somebody up into the NFL. This guy has a chance to play on Sunday because of his skills.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the run, it's Jimenez. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
The Cornhuskers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Snap it to the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. He wants to throw it. Looking to scramble. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Husker!
After starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Dropping back, it's Dyer. Going for it all. Makes the grab on the right. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Smith. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out and you can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Motion from the wideout. Leaves it with the running back. There he goes. Got enough space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
And he finds the end zone. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
He'll bring it out. It's Davis. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. It's a draw. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
And for a draw play to be successful, it's not just the quarterback that has to sell pass, but also the offensive line. The tackles really letting their defensive ends rush upfield, guards and centers passing their guys off at the last second, and then running down.
Pick off! What a play by this defense!
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Smith takes the handoff. Finds some fresh air. Touchdown, Arizona State! He got a step and just dusted the field.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Man, the first meeting between Iowa and Iowa State happened back in 1894, but they've only awarded the actual Cy-Hawk Trophy since 1977. Here's how today's game went down. Iowa State delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Ames. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the Big 12. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs later in football.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Finds his man. It's Nelson. They've got the first down. Mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Extending the play. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Mills. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Sun Devils will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Davis. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And the Huskers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Might be calling a hot route. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Perez. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Got it in the middle. It's Perez. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Looking downfield on first down. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Nebraska! And that one will give him the lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. But if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he'll just take him in. This drive will start at the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with... Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Sun Devils want to pick up the tempo.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
That's caught. It's Smith. Fights off the defender. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Well, look what's happening now. Old Uncle Mo has hit the transfer portal and is changing sidelines. Touch pass on the jet sweep. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Looking to throw, it's Dyer. Fires left. A strike downfield. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Davis. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Direct snap. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab on the left. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down.
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the 1st down.
Going to the running game. Powers through the defender. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He might want another play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Going to try to get it himself. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. Final stanza of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. After the run, now to throw. It's complete on the right side. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Plenty of distance between him and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. Got enough for the first. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Grab behind the line. It's Barres. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Huskers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Quick pass on the fly motion.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? You've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! They move on top here on the 4th. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not cracking. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring mark. Breaks into the open. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
Yeah, it was explosive, but shoot, Reese could have run through that hole. I mean, it was wide open. He didn't have to break anybody's ankles. He didn't have to run through tackles. I mean, just great blocking up front and horrible, horrible defense.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. To the ground, he's got it again. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
to the air. It's Dyer. Looking down the middle. He's got it. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back him off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding him? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Hauls it in. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window. He did that right there.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Here's a heat. They got him for a sack, and that'll be a turnover.
Never had a chance on fourth down. They're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on fourth.